Hi everyone, it's Brenna here with the Crumb bfnd News, and here's what's making the news today. We made it through our first batch of assessment tests, but you will need to keep studying because more tests are on the way. Make sure to wish your 7th and 8th grade choir kids luck for their competition on April 6th. And for this week of National Reading Month, I wanted to recognize Virginia Woolf. Adeline Virginia Woolf was an English writer and one of the foremost modernists of the 20th century, and one of her famous quotes is, "You cannot find peace by avoiding life." Hey Chase, how's the weather going to be this week?
Well, Brenna, the weekly forecast shows that we have a 30% chance of precipitation. It is 74 degrees outside and the humidity is 62%. And now for the quote of the week. Imagination will often carry us to worlds that never were, but without it we go nowhere. By Carl Sagan. What sports info have you got for us this week, Hayden?
Well, Chase, we had the track meet at Pilot Point this week, and it was an awesome meet. Boys, 7th grade got first overall. We have our district meet next Tuesday, April 4th from 4 to 8 at Bridgeport. The top 4 finishers in each event will go to the Meet of Champions, which will be in Springtown. And our track teams have been working really hard for that meet. This is the last week of National Reading Month, and I just want to recommend my favorite book, Night Hoots by Carl Duker. It's an amazing book, and you can find it in your local library. What's happening up at the high school, Bernie?
Well, Hayden, man, we have another big week this week. The KHS boys golf team has a match this Friday, March 31st at Robson Ranch. Both our KHS softball and baseball teams have games on March 31st versus Decatur. Crum is hosting a Special Olympics meet Saturday, April 1st. Festivities begin at 10 a.m. Be sure to come out early so you can get a good seat. Crum High School FCCLA will be hosting a 5K fun run to raise money for our Special Olympics team right after the meet. Our Olympians have been training hard. Be sure to give them a high five and wish them luck when you see them in the hallways. And please come out and show your support. For the last week of National Reading Month, I would like to talk about my favorite book series, I Survived. The book series I Survived is an amazing book series providing insight to important events. And speaking of survival, Kinsey, don't you have a book about survival?
Thanks for the highlights, Bernie and Hayden. And to answer your question, Bernie, I believe I do. This week's book is Island of the Blue Dolphins by Scott Odell. For those of you who haven't read it, here's a brief summary. The story tells of a tribe of native people living on an island shaped like a dolphin in the North Pacific Ocean. When a hunting tribe of foreign peoples come to make use of the island's abundance of otter, the natives are forced to desert the island, leaving a girl, Karana, behind to care for herself until she can find a way to escape the island. Even if you have read this book before, we recommend this book to anyone willing to expand their reading range. Let's welcome back Brenna to the stage.
Thank you, Kinsey, and that ends this week's episode of Crumb bfnd News. Thanks for watching, and remember, Bobcat fight never dies, and neither does the news.